I'd like to read the poem that pays tribute to feminine beauty. It's called She. She weaves poetry and God's serenade to the rhythm of her movements. She sculpts dreams, redefines horizons, obliterates frontiers of reason. I wish I could entice her to the sunless stirring of my heart and throb to the whims of her smile. I wish I could bathe in the luxuriance of her love and claim her shadow as my home. But fearing my world-soiled hands would shatter this icon of love, I can only offer hymns to her graceful ways and place myself beneath the pedestal forever. This is an ordinary sight across the country. It's called the beggar. He sits defying the sun's wrath, the rain's whims, begging for a coin from passers-by. Most avoid him. A pot-bellied businessman dropped a rupee note, trying to ease a conscience burdened by years of unwilled deeds. I passed the beggar by, lost in my own thoughts. Aren't we beggars too, in our own way, begging for love to fill the empty bowls of our hearts, but receiving mostly grit and at times dotes from guilty relations, friends, and lovers? This poem is also the title of my collection of latest poetry. It's called A Return to Poetry. The morning newspapers, with their menu of violence, scams, and deception, constitute my breakfast. In the bus stop, men huddle to debate another possible fall of the government, and words like sacrifice, loyalty, and trust are liberally bandied about, like free condoms in an AIDS awareness campaign. In the ruling party room, warm handshakes and embraces barely cloak poisonous sabers, eager to draw blood, and words of camaraderie ring empty, like the used teacups. Conversations drift, and once more the topic shifts to profits and deeds. I can only return to poetry, my long-lost friend of lean evenings and futile days. Poetry, comforter of a desolate heart, salve to a maddened mind. Poetry, refuge of the pain-burdened, fine wine for thirsty lips. Poetry, let your wings shelter me, and in its folds let me find a retreat for lost souls, an asylum whenever my faith in humanity ends.
I'd like to ask a question to Paul actually. Did you always only want to write in English, or do you also write in other languages? And if so, what informs your decision, your choices?
Thank you, Annie. Well, actually, I'm bilingual. I write both in English and in Hasi, which is my mother tongue. The thought process is such that sometimes the lines first occur to you in your mother tongue, or vice versa. But addressing an audience which doesn't understand Hasi, I have refrained from using Hasi, but I do write bilingually.